Seoul, in an industry where premium, branding, and expensive menus often dominate the spotlight. One coffee chain is proving that affordable doesn't mean average. Compose Coffee, a brand long known for its budget-friendly prices, is now at the center of public attention after being recognized as No. 1 in overall customer satisfaction among low-price coffee brands. The big question everyone is asking: how did a cheap coffee brand rise to the top at a time when consumers are more selective, price-sensitive, and experience-driven than ever? Compose Coffee appears to have cracked a winning Formula One that prioritizes accessibility, efficiency, and consistent service over flashy concepts or luxury positioning. A surprise leader in a competitive market. South Korea's coffee market is famously saturated. From global franchises to independent cafe, competition is fierce and customer expectations are high. Against this backdrop, Compose Coffee's rise feels almost counterintuitive. While many brands invest heavily in interior design, limited edition menus, and influencer campaigns, Compose Coffee has focused on something far simpler and arguably more powerful: meeting everyday needs exceptionally well. Recent consumer evaluations show that customers repeatedly ranked Compose Coffee highly, not because it was trendy, but because it was reliable, anywhere, anytime. The power of easy access. One of the most frequently cited reasons for Compose Coffee's popularity is its strategic store placement. The brand has quietly expanded into office districts, residential areas, near schools, subway exits, and busy intersections. For customers rushing to work, students on a tight schedule, or residents looking for a quick caffeine fix, Compose Coffee is simply easy to find. No detours, no long walks, no complicated ordering process. In today's fast-paced lifestyle, this level of convenience is no longer optional, it's essential. Compose Coffee understood this early and built its identity around being part of customers' daily routines. Affordable prices without sacrificing taste. Low price often raises doubts about quality, but Compose Coffee has managed to challenge that assumption. Customers consistently report that the taste remains stable and satisfying, even with frequent visits. There are no dramatic highs or lows, just a dependable cup of coffee that delivers exactly what is expected. This balance between price and quality has created a strong sense of value. Customers feel they are making a smart choice, enjoying coffee regularly without financial guilt. In an era where inflation and rising living costs are major concerns, this value-driven approach resonates deeply. Service consistency, the quiet advantage. Another key factor behind Compose Coffee's No. 1 ranking is service consistency. Across different locations, customers describe similar experiences: quick preparation, clear ordering systems, and staff who know how to keep things moving smoothly even during peak hours. There may be no theatrical customer service moments, but that's precisely the point. Customers appreciate predictability and efficiency. They know what they'll get, how long it will take, and how much it will cost. That sense of certainty builds trust, and trust builds loyalty. No gimmicks, just results. Unlike many competitors, Compose Coffee rarely relies on dramatic marketing campaigns. Instead, its growth has been fueled by word of mouth and repeat customers. Morning queues, lunchtime rushes, and evening takeout lines tell the story better than any advertisement. The brand has become a quiet staple in daily life, almost invisible, yet indispensable. This understated strategy has allowed Compose Coffee to grow organically without overpromising or under a shift in consumer priorities. Compose Coffee's success may reflect a broader change in consumer behavior. Today's customers are less impressed by luxury aesthetics and more focused on practical benefits. Is it easy to access? Is the price reasonable? Is the quality consistent? Is the service efficient? By answering yes to all of these questions, Compose Coffee has positioned itself as a brand that understands real life needs, not just market trends, redefining what it means to be no. 1. Being no. 1 doesn't always mean being the most expensive or the most talked about. Sometimes it means being the most useful, the most reliable, and the most present in everyday moments. Compose Coffee's rise suggests that the future of the coffee industry may belong to brands that focus less on image and more on experiences for ordinary consumers who just want a good cup of coffee quickly and affordably. So, is Compose Coffee truly the champion among affordable coffee brands, for thousands of satisfied customers lining up every day? The answer already seems clear. What industry experts are saying. Industry analysts have begun to take Compose Coffee's rise seriously. According to several retail and food and beverage observers, the brand's success is not accidental. It is the result of precise positioning in a crowded market. Compose Coffee understood something many brands overlooked. One industry insider noted, most consumers don't need a special experience every day. They need speed, fairness in pricing, and a product that won't disappoint. Compose Coffee delivers that consistently. Experts also point out that the brand avoided expanding too fast with complex menus or experimental concepts. Instead, it focused on operational efficiency, allowing franchise owners to maintain quality while keeping costs under control. Strong franchise system behind the scenes. Behind the customer-facing simplicity lies a structured franchise system. Store owners benefit from streamlined operations, simplified supply chains, and standardized training. This has resulted in fewer service gaps between locations, a major factor in customer satisfaction surveys. Unlike brands where experience can vary dramatically from branch to branch, Compose Coffee customers report a uniform experience, regardless of location. For franchisees, this consistency reduces risk. For customers, it builds confidence, digital convenience, and speed culture. Another often overlooked strength is Compose Coffee's adaptation to Korea's speed-driven digital culture. Mobile ordering, quick payment systems, and efficient pickup flows align perfectly with modern consumer habits. Office workers grabbing coffee between meetings and students rushing between classes don't want complexity. Compose Coffee's system respects their time, and that respect is clearly being rewarded. Social media buzz without loud marketing. Interestingly, Compose popularity has grown on social media without heavy influencer promotion. Instead, posts often feature everyday moments. My daily coffee stop. Best value coffee near my office. Cheap, but surprisingly good. These organic mentions create authenticity rather than polished advertisements. Consumers see real routines shared by real people, making the brand feel approachable and trustworthy. Competing in a price-sensitive era with rising prices across food, transportation, and housing, Korean consumers are increasingly cautious with spending. In this environment, Compose Coffee's pricing strategy feels timely. Customers don't feel pressured to treat coffee as a luxury. Instead, it remains what it was meant to be, a daily comfort. That emotional connection coffee as a small, affordable pleasure has strengthened brand loyalty. Can Compose Coffee maintain its no. 1 position? The next challenge is sustainability. Now that Compose Coffee has reached the top, expectations are higher than ever. Consumers will be watching closely to see if the brand can maintain stable pricing, service, consistency, taste, quality, accessibility. Competitors are also likely to respond, potentially adjusting their own pricing and service strategies. However, if Compose Coffee continues to prioritize fundamentals over trends, analysts believe it has a strong chance of staying ahead. A new definition of success in the coffee market. Compose Coffee's story sends a clear message to the industry. Being the best doesn't always mean being the most expensive or the most stylish. Sometimes, success comes from understanding everyday life and serving it well. In a market once dominated by premium branding, Compose Coffee has rewritten the rules, proving that affordable, accessible, and reliable can still win hearts and rankings. As customers continue lining up day after day, one thing is certain. Compose Coffee isn't just selling coffee, it's selling confidence in a simple choice. And for now, that choice is winning.